Ubisoft had an opportunity to make bank with Prince of Persia, and over the past couple of years, we've gotten a lot of announcements, but not a lot of content. And when it comes to the Sands of Time remake, a lot of people have been excited, though unfortunately, we're getting some news that suggests it is going to be massively different. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Prince of Persia is a series that a lot of people love, and that unfortunately, these companies do not care about respecting. Ubisoft doesn't care about making fans happy. They just care usually about pumping out products, but the Sands of Time remake has been in a bit of development hell, and now leaked documents suggest that it's going to be very questionable. So slides from an internal 2024 Ubisoft presentation deck were revealed in a YouTube video earlier today, including motion capture clips, alpha gameplay shots, and concept art. The video was quickly taken offline following a copyright claim by Ubisoft, but not before the game post was able to report on its contents. One of the key focuses in the presentation is Princess Farah, who appeared in the original 2003 version of the Sands of Time. In the original game, she would accompany the prince throughout most of his quests and would be involved in battles, but often call for help when in trouble. If an enemy killed Farah, the mission would be failed, and according to the leaked presentation, she returns in the Sands of Time remake and once again accompanies the player, with no plans to make her a playable character. However, it appears to stress that there will no longer be a requirement to save Farah during battles, suggesting that she would be able to take care of herself. Now, don't you just love when you actually had to monitor your companion's placement and see if they were low on health and you had to go protect them, or if you listen to their vocal cues and they say, look behind you, things like that. But now it's just watered down because they need to make a game easier because they want to sell it to a modern audience instead of an existing fan base. Yeah, guys, I just love when that happens. You know what? I don't think Zelda needs Link anymore. I don't think Peach needs Mario anymore. I think that this is genuinely such a stupid decision. It's insane. Having a character that you have to defend who is your companion adds depth to a game. I understand you need to modernize in the sense of making the AI a little bit smarter, so maybe they don't run in front of you when you accidentally put an arrow through the back of their skull. But besides that, I don't think that you need a character companion who's basically indestructible and invincible and I guess can just like quote unquote hold their own. In this new game, combat has been modernized, blending familiar acrobatic attacks with new advanced acrobatic moves. Time powers have been enhanced to offer a wider array of options. In battle, from now on, she is a true ally, slay, capable of fighting independently with her own bow and executing cooperative attacks. There is no longer a need to protect her, so yeah, now she's basically just a strong, independent woman. Why would you want a companion that you actually have to defend and act and treat like they're your companion? I mean, who cares about doing that? I think that game developers like this deserve to go under. F Ubisoft. This is such a stupid move, but it's not shocking for modern day. We constantly are seeing female characters who used to be companions be buffed up to the point where they're better than you as the player. And this, of course, isn't a good look at all whatsoever for them, because back in 2023, they announced Ubisoft Montreal was taking over development duties for the game, and that was after a negative, reaction to the game's first real trailer. So now we've got 3 big failures in a row with this. But to add to that, some images were leaked, and are you ready to see what Farah, the previous bombshell, looks like in 2025? Yeah. I, as a woman, don't think that every single character in video games need to be 10 out of 10 bombshells, but there are some characters that you expect to look a certain way, that you want to look pretty. I, as a woman myself, always want to play as beautiful looking characters. I want to see the peak of humanity. I don't expect an 800-pound land whale to be the next Superman, and I don't expect Farah to look like a thumb. This is so stupid. I think that from this shot only, okay, her outfit's got more details. That could be fine, but her face is just horrendous. And yes, you do have to keep in mind that this is alpha footage, but you can tell the general visual style that they're going for. And I mean, they've started adding like moles onto her face and these different like marks and details on her face. So clearly this is an established design, and it's not like, oh, everything is basically flat and one-dimensional and they still have to add things to it. No, this is almost a finalized design except for maybe polishing the rough edges. I think though the rough edges in this case would just basically have to be bulldozered and restarted over if they really want people to be happy with them. But we're talking about a character that previously looked gorgeous. I mean, she was so freaking beautiful. She had sex appeal, she had charm, and I hate that beauty is seen as a bad thing in media now. I think it's freaking ridiculous, just like most people do. I don't care if that makes me a gooner or a chud or a bigot. I don't care. I know what I like to see in games, and it's definitely not this. I mean, she looks like Haruna in Unknown Nine Awakening. She looks terrible. And Anya Carlotta, the Witcher actress who played that character, she's beautiful in real life. Is she the actress I would have chosen for Yennefer? No, but at the same time, she's really pretty. They could have put her into a game and made her look good. But of course, we are talking about activists. They need to see themselves in video games, meaning they need to make every character ugly because none of them are actually conventionally attractive. It sucks that we are constantly seeing these characters intentionally toned down and really just ultimately uglified because somebody in real life says, wow, this character doesn't look like me, so I need to make it so nobody enjoys this character if I can't. It's so sad that these people are such narcissists. I mean, come on now. You don't expect to see this in a game that previously featured a gorgeous looking woman, and gamers are furious about this, and rightfully so. Still need to play this one, the original, of course. Yeah, it's currently at an 80% discount, highly recommended. One of the main strategies of the modern audience slop crowd, let's revise popular media by inserting a girl boss. So we're not just talking about one problem here, it's problem after problem after problem after problem. Prince of Persia, the scammers of time. LOL, the Uncanny Valley is so bad. At least the original had style. Yeah, I mean, this is not stylish at all whatsoever. It's low effort trash, and this is just like the state of video games at this point. What the hell is that? Why would any normal human brave the sands of time for that butt ugly face? I mean, should we expect something better from Ubi? And no, we shouldn't, because they constantly let us down and they constantly ignore us. And while a lot of people are being laid off at Ubisoft, it's clearly not enough. I think that they should probably just scrap this game. It's like with KOTOR. I love KOTOR. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love Revan, Juhani, Bastila, such good characters. And by the way, extremely diverse cast of characters. But I would hate to see what the modern crowd would do to that remake, especially with the first and foremost question being, how would they handle Revan? Would they call Revan a non-binary icon because you can choose between male and female? Would they severely alter character backstories? Would they make it so Juhani constantly whines and moans and groans about how she's a lesbian and how she's strong and independent? Like, we're talking about a lot of potential issues with that, and it's the same with Prince of Persia. I absolutely hate seeing this happen because there are so many fans out there who just want a really good remake of potentially one of their favorite games, and we can't rely on companies anymore to actually listen to their established fan base, try to deliver high quality experiences, and really just try their best. And unfortunately, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake is facing some major problems. Every piece of news and information surrounding this has gotten wrecked and ratioed and pointed and laughed at, and it doesn't look like that's going to change. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't give it a dislike, I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.